What up YouTube, it's Misery's Company. In this video, I want to talk about something that is very hot right now because as you can see, all content creators are talking about it. And once again, I feel like I'm on the outside for my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and just give you my opinion as is about this hot topic. And I want to see how many of you either agree or disagree because I've seen some mixed comments in other content creators' channels, at least especially their comment section in particular, because I do just sort of engulf myself in everything Diablo Immortal because I do enjoy the game. And I want to emphasize, I still enjoy the game because I feel like we're losing that with some people, but yeah, that's besides the point. In this video, let's talk about something that everyone's talking about. Let's get straight to it. So as many of you know, we did have a recent update yesterday by the time you're seeing this video. And one of the biggest things that came to the game was a change to the cosmetic system. Now, as you can see, we did get this spectral flame cosmetic, which for all intents and purposes looks really, really cool. And they apparently have added a few different things. Now, I didn't know this, but apparently you can gift it to people. Didn't know that was an option. Apparently that's been around since the last patch. My bad. Didn't know that changed. But that's not the change that we're talking about. So we do have a few different options now when it comes to some, not all, but some of the cosmetics. You have a standard version, a collector version, which gives you the portal for 1,500 orbs. And then if you go to click on it, it now gives you, in some of them, not all of them, it gives you the deluxe version, which gives you apparently one for each class, all 6. So, and they even explain it like this. So basically you're getting the collector version instead of for one class for 6. And they just doubled the cost. Okay, so in its simplest form, this makes sense to me. And I'm going to say that again. In its simplest form, this makes sense to me, which is you by default were given the opportunity to get this additional portal for additional 500 orbs, which is not a great deal, I'm gonna be honest. But if you did get that, you can now get that same thing for 5 other classes for just double the cost. So basically buy 2 and get 4 free is how I'm looking at that. Now I'm going to get to some of the less hot takes part of this conversation here in a second. And again, even if you get the standard version of the skin, let's say you like it so much, you do want it on all the classes you could ever switch to. Well, the 6 that are out right now, because I'm assuming when the next class comes out that it will not be included. But that's just a hot take too, or just probably an honest guess. But if let's say you get the standard version, instead of buying it once, or in some cases buying it for each class that you're interested in, because this is a really good looking skin. I think we can all agree that this is, and all of them for that matter, all of them for that matter look really, really good, in my opinion. Especially, actually all of them, literally all of them look really cool. The only thing I will note is that this class, or this skin, is one of the ones that you cannot take the helmet off, which honestly kind of makes sense because it goes with the whole thing, so I understand why they did that, but like you can remove them on some of them. So it's still there, but just not on this one. And again, it makes sense. Why would you want to remove the helmet on this? But that's just me. But again, so what I'm saying is that if you wanted the standard version, you could just triple your cost in that case, but get what, 5 times as many different cosmetics. That's how my brain works, at least. And that's not how many people are receiving this information. A lot of people are instead just looking at the actual cost. Now, I'm not saying at all that I agree with the cost, but if you look at the cost, it's roughly $50 if you if you have no orbs and you just get the orbs as is from the currency shop, which is not the most efficient way of getting orbs. I think we can also all agree on that. It's $50. Now there's way better ways of getting them through the bundles or anything else, services. There's so many different ways of getting orbs for a lot cheaper, but if you want to look at true monetary value of the skin, it's $50. Now, with that being said though, this skin was almost triple that cost and is already for cross class. So I understand that people are saying it's a lot of money, but what I'm saying is it's 1/3 the cost of a promoted skin that is cross-class cosmetic or cross-class available. I can't talk tonight. Now, you do get some other differences like this, sort of burning ultimate that you get, which is really, really cool, and I do like that a lot. But that's basically it. I mean, that changes your skills when you do your ultimate, but that's kind of it. Oh, and the wings, of course, are different for this class. But outside of that, I would argue that this new skin is just as good as the one that would cost 3 times as much, and you can now get it for cross-class for over half the price. I mean, less than half the price, which is a good deal. Now, I fully understand and agree that if your complaint is with the pricing strategy as a whole, I agree. But not many people are talking about it like that. Like, I do agree in general, the cosmetics are too much. It's just way too much money for it. If you look at the currency, Again, if you look at it face value, people are saying it's $25. I disagree. In most cases, if you've played this game for any amount of time, you've probably gotten some amount of a bundle or something that has given you orbs. I don't remember if you get any for free, so let me know in the comments below. Like when you first start the game, if you get any to start out, I don't remember. It's been way too long. But usually, what I would consider is to get the 1500 for cheaper, just do 2 of these. That's $20, so you automatically save $5 there. Big brain. But usually, I also think that if you get these two, the 10 and 5, that's 970. I already have 90 orbs, so that would be a cheaper way of getting the lower skin. That's how my brain looks at it, but not a lot of people are looking at it like that. So like I said, I'm really curious what you guys think. In my opinion, they gave us exactly what we wanted, which a lot of people have made very public opinions on, which is if you give us the ability of spending more money on a skin to make it cross-class cosmetic, I would buy it. And they gave us that. They literally gave us exactly what we wanted, and people are upset. I couldn't fathom it with some of the videos I saw this morning, and just comments on Reddit and comments in comment section, and just the general feedback was very, very negative. But I'm like, homie, this is what you asked for. This is it. This is exactly what you asked for, and we're mad, bruh. I don't know. And like I said, I agree that the overall pricing strategy is far too much. But this is what you asked for. You didn't ask for it to be less money. You specifically said, I'm not, and please don't roast me in the comments for this. I'm not targeting anyone in particular. I've seen a lot of people, both content creators and non-content creators, and just players in the game, as well as even general chat, talk about this. And I'm kind of dumbfounded by how negative it landed, when the general consensus that I have seen has been, if you give me the option to do this, I will do it. And they did it, and we're mad. Now, again, I think it's too much as a whole. But again, they did give us what we asked for. The only other thing I want to touch on, if you did watch this video to the very end of my rant here, I do want to kind of point out, I have a suggestion. If Blizzard, for whatever reason, or any other content creator were to see this video and agrees with me, I would love to get more traction around this idea, because I do think that it would make the Battle Pass cosmetic a little bit better. And I'm not saying I'm like a genius, but I think this idea is simple enough that it could work. So a lot of people were also upset with the Battle Pass cosmetic that you only get one. Now, obviously, as you can see, I did not get it. I don't want it. I have the one that was 3 times as expensive as the other ones. I got the Fervent Fang because I want to max that out, and then I also got it for the Aspirant's Keys because ultimately that's free secondary stats is how I look at these. So I definitely picked up those. But some people care a lot about the cosmetics. So to me, I think it makes more sense, and this is the sort of opinion I want to get a good test on, or vibe check on. In my opinion, I think all Battle Pass skins should be in here, all of them. Any from previous time, don't wait for it to sort of circulate. Just make them permanently in here, all of them. Just have them fully scrollable so you can go up and down and be able to see which one you want to get, save up for it for different classes, get the option to buy on whichever class in case you're not on that class. I feel like I shouldn't have to switch to, let's say Warrior, and then go back to this, and then go to the battle shop and then buy the one for the Warrior and then class change back to the Wizard if I wanted to. Just make it an option, click on it. Which class would you like to buy this for? And then do it that way. I think it's totally easy, in my opinion, to do that. Just give us that option, but also just give all the options for all the different classes. And then you can keep this currency the way it is. Keep it part of the Empowered Battle Pass. Let people choose how many classes they want to buy it for. In my opinion, it would soften the blow for a lot of this. I could be wrong, but this is just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. In my opinion, I feel like this would soften some of the amount of feedback that we've gotten around this one in particular. But ultimately, like I said, the whole point of this video was to talk about this one, which they gave us what we asked for, guys, and we're mad. They gave us what we asked for. We didn't ask for it to be cheaper. We asked for to pay more, and they gave us the ability of paying more. Anyway, I'm going to have another video because there's some other stuff that is, well, not being talked about yet, but should be. And it's also in the shop. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. So if you want to see that video, make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit that like button on this one to show me that you like these types of videos with my hot takes, with covering what other people's opinions are, and sort of just starting the conversation to sort of voice out good, bad, or indifferent about Diablo Immortal. And until next time, guys, lock it in.